this Saturday night. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We're coming to you live right here on Facebook and YouTube land, and hope you're having a great Saturday evening. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Broadcasting to you live from the studios in Enterprise, Georgia, the studios in Thompsontown, Georgia, the studios on Tobacco Road, Georgia, and in the men's restroom at Rural King in Dothan, Alabama. We're coming to you live at all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, and 3 sunken islands. And our reruns this week will be simulcast with 21 Jump Street, Adam 12, and Father Knows Best. And ladies and gentlemen, the very first time ever on the big screen tonight at Rhythm Roosters, Rib Refreshments, Pedicures, Glamour Photography, and Cornhole Tournaments located in Weiner, Arkansas.
I ain't going there.
Yeah, I
ain't going there.
From Rhythm Roosters. Woo.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Yeah.
That cornhole tournament throwed me off right there.
That took me out.
I'm waving that one off.
I'm out.
I'm out of that
Yes,
one.
sir. I'm out.
Well, it's good to see everybody tonight. We apologize for being a little bit delayed. Charlie's not with us tonight. We've had some technical difficulties. I don't know if it's internet speed or not, but anyway, we're going to continue on tonight and do a little talking with you, and hope we appreciate you inviting us into your homes tonight. Hope all of you are doing well, and we are looking forward to a great show. Maybe make you laugh a little bit and just kind of have a little bit of a light-hearted attitude to finish out this weekend.
Ain't nothing like it, man. Ain't nothing like being where we are, doing what we doing right now for the time being. We still with y'all. We ain't got another letter of reprimand or nothing, have we, Marvin, from the YouTube folks or the Facebook folks?
Not this week.
Well, we're still on. That's the main thing. We're still on. We on thin ice, so we hanging by a thread, and the thread's on fire, folks, for our opinions and our viewpoints. But what else could it be? I mean, that's why we came on this thing back when all the pandemic started. We've been doing this thing about a year now, Queasel and Marvin.
That's right.
We started this thing. Me and Queasel and Marvin and Charlie, we got to talking back for one another. Man, everything on TV so depressing. I mean, it is just hideous. There's nothing on TV that's fitting to watch for folks like me and Nadine. And we decided to come on, get him. Marvin had the idea. Marvin knows all this techno stuff, how to hook on to the YouTube and how to hook on to the Facebook. He got us a link we can hook on to and talk to y'all. And we said, let's get on that. We kind of change the tone of everything. Kind of maybe get everybody's attitude kind of perked up a little bit if we can, with our old country ways. And we've been doing it for a year, and ain't nobody. We've been close. So I heard the drums banging down here at the end of Tobacco Road the other night down there with the torches and the pitchforks.
That was Tony Clay and his crew.
Yeah, Tony Clay and his crew. Tony knows where I stay. And anyway, they backed off. I don't know. I reckon it had some intervention or something with them, and they backed off. But I don't know. They may after tonight. Who knows what's going to happen after this short list comes up later on tonight with them. But anyway, good to be with y'all. We're just having a good time over here, enjoying ourselves, telling the truth. That's all we can do. And, we go ahead and tell y'all straight up front. We tell the truth. If you don't like the truth, turn us off. And the truth to us is the truth to us. It may not be the truth to you. I just talked to one of my old buddies today, my old liberal buddy from up there, and he lives here in Cockwood, moved here from Atlanta. He's still all sideways. He still ain't got it figured out yet. But anyway, I still love him. I still love him. I'll talk to him as long as I can. He's still all sideways, mixed up and confused. You got some confused people out there that confused about what's going on in the country and confused about who's right and what's right and who's wrong and who's wrong. But anyway, we're right, and anybody that don't agree with us is wrong. I mean, that's about all I can say.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. I mean, that's the way I feel.
That's kind of the way I see it.
Yeah. That's the way I feel. Ain't much I can do about it.
No.
I'm 73 and a half, 73 and 3/4 years old, and been about the same most of my life. I don't know. Back when I was young, and back when I was much younger, I might have had a different attitude on things. But anyway, I changed. They say rays are young enough in the way that you'll have him go, and then when they get old, they won't depart from it. Well, I was raised like that. I departed. I got off out that sideways a little bit, time or two. Come back in, and thank the good Lord, He stayed there with me the whole time, leading me and guiding me. But we still back with y'all. We want y'all to tune in. And look here now. What do they need to do, Marvin? How do they need to do this thing?
Like and share our broadcast.
Like and share.
Like and share us. Go hit the like button and then hit share button as we're broadcasting live, and it lets people that may not know about us know about us. Hey, Floyd, we did want to say this. We got a bunch of folks watching tonight, but look right here. We have got Herman Worsley and George Williams watching. They just posted from St. Joseph, Louisiana, and we have this photograph here that was sent to us of where they are at Worsley's Relum Inn. Worsley's Relum Inn. Herman Worsley and George Williams doing all kind of fishing this week out in Louisiana.
Let me tell you a little bit of something about Herman Worsley. Herman Worsley, he plays by his own rules. There are Marvin. If the rules ain't made up, he will make them up. If they are rules, he will change them, and they always tend to bend in his favor. I figured that out many years ago. Herman and George both was on the fire department, and so after you two, we used to get through training and doing all that stuff. It'd like be till 11, 12 o'clock at night before we'd start playing Foursquare, and we try to to play Foursquare. And we all know the rules, and the rules always work. Listen, Herman was there. When Herman was there, them rules wasn't right. It was Herman's rules. He always had another rule to back up that other rule. And so I've been doing a little conversing with these fellas about the fishing they supposed to be doing out there. And I seen some of the techniques that they using, and I'm finna tell you, I don't think it's in the legal book. I can't swear to it.
Hold the phone. Are you saying that Herman Worsley and George Williams would do something in terms of fishing unethical or illegal?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And
but see, they got different rules out there, Queasel.
Well, that's what I know. They might do. They
might
have different rules.
Different set of folks out there. We don't need to be. Let's don't be judging too quickly and too harshly on them.
Yeah, but I know the two of them.
Oh yeah,
I know the two of them. I know how they operate. But now I will say this about them. I'm gonna have to say this. I saw some good messes of fish they had. Mm-hmm. I just don't know the exact technique they use in getting them, but I saw some good fish that they. Let me change that. I saw a picture of some good fish that they
had. Speak of it. Hold on.
I figured that'd get the phone to ring.
You know we would. You know we wouldn't do that. So let me change that. You know that we would not. Herman Worsley would never do anything illegal.
Yeah, I know it.
His best friend is with us, and he's a retired sheriff and retired state patrolman.
I don't mean nothing. What is Jay Johnson, a retired state trooper? I don't mean nothing.
That's right.
His best friend is with us, and he's a retired
sheriff. You had to step away from that.
You know how to do something with them, Quaver. They have no idea what they're doing out there.
I know.
You got to pull the plug on them, Queasel. Marvin, they got to hook up right.
Yeah.
They can't come in here. You cannot be on this show if you don't have your stuff together. You can't be listening on your radio and talking on your phone and all that at the same time. So go ahead and give them the rules, Marvin.
Yeah, I ain't got no rules.
We do love for y'all to call in, but if you call in, make sure you're not where that the audio, because there is a little bit of a delay on it, and the audio will come back through and feed back through our system. And so, but we appreciate you calling in there, George Williams, and I apologize for Queasel.
You know what it makes them sound like when they do that, Marvin? You know what it makes them sound like? It makes them sound like a Joe Biden press conference.
Jackie Snodgrass King said here, Queasel, the rules of Foursquare we learned at the Methodist Church aren't right. She said they learned how to play at the Methodist Church.
If old Herm taught them, they ain't right. I'm telling you, they ain't
Hold on here. You are live on the Dirt Road Sports and Charlie Platt. Go ahead.
This is Herman Worsley from St. Joseph, Louisiana. I want to say that I certainly appreciate Billy Kimbrell. We have always been friends, and he tells the truth. So, Billy, take care of us.
Ain't nothing but the truth, Herman. You've known me a long time, baby.
Herm, you know he ain't never played Foursquare with you.
Mr. Herman, would you say that Queasel might not tell the truth all the time?
Hey, I'm saying that we are straight. We're straight up. We're fishing, enjoying, and we always love Billy Kimbrell. And of course, Craig has always been my favorite.
Man, he's smooth, ain't he? You know how,
He's
Herman,
smooth.
listen to me, Herman. I want to tell a little story about you.
Okay.
Me and Herman go way back. Me and Herman, we graduated high school together. And is he still there or is he gone?
He go ahead. Tell the story.
He's got him Herman was working down at the John Deere place in Bainbridge, Georgia. And salesman down there with Earl Nichols, who was one of the greatest tractor salesmen that ever lived in the world. Herman was working down there. And me and my daddy went down there. We were going to buy I had come back and started farming. First thing I ever bought, new piece of John Deere equipment, bought it from Herman Worsley, working at Earl Nichols Tractor Company. Was a set of John Deere 71 planters, bought four of them down there. And they was $600 for a brand new set of planters. And Herman Worsley sold them to my daddy. I didn't have no credit then, sold them to my daddy. But that was, I won't never forget that. Old Herman, he glad to see Mr. Hilden. That was my daddy's name, Mr. Hilden. Mr. Hilden drove up down there. But we go way back, Herman. Go way back, son. And I'm telling you, son, you got some tracks over here in Miller County. They still over here. They ain't all of them been wiped out. They still a bunch of them over here, Herman.
Oh yeah, I love him, and him and George both. I pick on them, but you know, it was them along with us a long time ago that helped build this fire department to what it was, and it was the things like playing Foursquare and having fun and making up rules and cheating and doing all the stuff we done to make it work. And they put in, them two boys put in a lot of time and a lot of effort up there. They done a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't know about to help get this fire department where it is. And I appreciate both of them. And I just think it's good that George can go out there and they can fish and he can go to Louisiana. I'm glad he can go to Louisiana and catch him some fish and have a good time. I really am. And George,
George needs to give us a report on what happened up there in his hometown.
How he gonna know that? He out there fishing. And
tell him the story. Tell him where George is from and all that.
Yeah, well, see, George, he lives up there in Peachtree City. He is the prime minister of Peachtree City, and so he takes off out of Louisiana, and while he's gone, here comes the F4 tornado. It's gonna be 5 miles. I talked to his wife today. 5 miles from his house. Her up there fending for herself for the storm, and him out there catching fishes.
Fishing.
Yeah, he's out there fishing.
Everybody got to be somewhere. You can't be.
Everybody got to be doing something.
They got to be doing something sometime.
Here's what his wife says. She says she was not worried about no storm. Matter of fact, she slept through most of it. Everything was fine. But let me tell you what she told me, and this is a little bit serious. She said that you go 5 miles from their house, and it is total devastation. Mercy. She said it looked like Colquitt did when the hurricane come through. We can relate them people. You know, we need to keep them folks in our thoughts and our prayers up there. I know there was one fatality, and I don't know of any fire from down this way went because we had the bad weather threat as well. But there were several from North Georgia, several task force from there that went down and worked, and it hit them pretty hard. And we done been there. We know how they feel. We know how they feel. And
I ain't lying about that. I'm lying about something else. Something crossed my mind there. But anyway.
But
it is. Hey, you know, it's just tough business getting over that deal there. And you never know where that thing's gonna land. It'll land in your lap, but if it does, you got problems.
There was a man asked me, I believe it was yesterday, Floyd. he asked me, did we ever think before we spoke? And I
Yeah.
said, no, we don't think. We don't think. I said, because we like to be just as surprised as y'all are what comes out of our mouth. We don't know what
Yeah.
we fit to say. He wanted to know, did we rehearse? Yeah, I said, we don't rehearse one thing. Nobody knows what nobody else is gonna say. Whatever, we just back and forth. That's all it is.
Well, it's
And
like we were just talking there. You were talking about the hurricane of George Williams and his wife Melanie. I remember you remember, Melanie comes from an old family from down here in
oh yeah,
medical family. Medical had her daddy was a doctor and her uncle was a doctor, and they had their
that's
own
right.
hospital there in Concord. They were only traffic light in Concord, Georgia, was at the Merritt Hospital right there in
That's right.
Concord, Georgia. And Dr. James got to be a doctor before Dr. Hennon got to be a doctor. James is older. He went on off that, went to Louisiana out there. What's the name of that school out there in Louisiana where all they go to learn how to be a doctor and all? They went to Louisiana out there. Dr. James did. He come back.
Tulane,
What's the name of it? Tulane. That's it. Tulane.
Tulane.
Yeah, Tulane. Dr. James had done graduated and got his degree in practicing medicine. And Dr. Hennon was gone. He was out there learning how to take his school, and he got married out there, married Miss Ruth. And they come back to Concord for a visit. And Dr. Hennon and Dr. James, that's back when folks used to go around the houses, and call on folks that were sick and infirm at the house. And Dr. James had already been doing all that. He was already versed in it in school, and Dr. Hennon was kind of new at it because he hadn't started practicing, hadn't fully got bona fide with his medical degree. So Dr. James says, Hennon said, won't you follow me around? I got to make some house calls today and kind of see how I do things, see kind of how it functions for me. And Dr. Hennon said, yeah. So he right behind it, man. They went to one house there and knocked on the door. And went in there, lady laying up in the bed. And now you used to, they had the bed in the living room in these old houses, country houses, especially. They had a bed in the living room, and she was laying up in the bed in there. And Dr. James, he went up there and he put his hand up on her head, checking her forehead and temperature and everything, and looking around. What's the trouble? She said, "Oh, I just got all this heart burning, all indigestion, all just I can't hardly sleep. Get eating me all this indigestion, and I don't know what in the world wrong. I need some medicine." So anyway, Dr. James writing all this down, and he dropped his pen on the floor. Dr. James did. See, he had been there, and he checked out, checked the pulse, and all that, and vital organs and all that. Dropped his pen on the floor down there and looked down up under there. And come back up, and he told her, he said, I think I know what your problem is. Says you've been eating too many acidic fruits, oranges and grapefruits and tangerines, and it's giving you a bunch of heartburn and all. So you need to lay off of that. So that's what your problem is. I ain't gonna give you no medicine now, but lay off all the fruits. And I think that's what your problem is. You've been eating a bunch of fruit. So anyway, they walk out the door, and Dr. Henry said, "Hi, James, how in the world did you know that woman had been eating all that fruit, everything, all them oranges and tangerines and grapefruit?" He said, "Well, when I dropped my pen on the floor," said, "I looked down." He said, "I always do this." Said, "I looked down and I looked up under the bed." Said, "I seen some orange peelings under there, and tangerine peelings all up under the bed." That's where she'd been chucking them, throwing them up under the bed. Eating them up from them children and from a husband. They wouldn't know nothing about it. So I knew that's what the problem was. Dr. James said, Dr. Henry said, yeah, I got it figured out. I know what to do now. What to do. So the next place they went to, they went in there, and that lady, she was laying up in the bed in there. She done had 3 sets of twins already. She done had 3 sets of twins. One married sets of twins. 3 sets of twins already. And anyway, somebody asked me one time about a twin. I said, who's the father of your youngest set of twins? She said, it's the preacher down there at the Second United Holy Brotherhood, Sisterhood, and she said, well, who's the father of your middle set of twins? She said, he was the preacher down there at the First Church of the Last Days of the World on Fire, Holy Tabernacle of Salvation and Redemption Assembly. And she said, well, who's the father of your first set of twins? She said, I don't really know. Said, I had them before I got religion. But anyway, she laid up in the bed. She laid, oh, I'm just so tired. I just feel so weak. I just feel faint. I'm just fluid. I just don't know what to do. My blood pressure ain't right. I can't get regulated. My heart rate goes and comes. I just don't know. I'm just tired. I can't do nothing. So Dr. Hennon, he was handling this case. So Hennon, he right down. By the time Hennon dropped his pen down on the floor down there, he looked down there, pulled up pulled up the bed sheet there from the floor down there, looked up under that. He got up and he went around. He said, I'm gonna tell you what your problem is. He said, I think what your problem is. He said, you spending too much time. So you spending too much time at that church you go to down there. Said you need to lighten up on spending too much time at the church. So and she said, I think you're right. I said, I think you're right. I said, you're exactly right. So anyway, they walk out the door. Dr. James said, dang, Henry, that's pretty sharp that you diagnosed it like that. I said, how in the world did you diagnose it like that? How'd you come up with that conclusion? He said, when I dropped my pen on the floor, reached out there and pulled the bed sheet up, and I looked under the bed, there the Free Will Baptist preacher was. Oh, mercy.
Ain't nothing but the truth, Floyd. Ain't nothing like that.
Ain't nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. That's one of them old stories goes way back.
That's an old story.
I know them old stories. Yeah. Who we got tonight, brother? We got some folks we got to call out tonight. We got them lined up, ain't we?
I've been throwing them on the screen there. Yeah, I did want to tell you, of course, they watch every Saturday night, Arthur and Johnny Ogg. And I got a message this week. Miss Johnny got diagnosed with cancer. And so we want to let's all please remember Miss Johnny.
We're praying for
Johnny Ogg, and she's got cancer, and we just want to all lift her up in prayer. They are faithful here. They are here every Saturday night, regardless, and we appreciate them, and we just want them to know that we are praying for them. Hey guys, wanted to share this with you too. We were very blessed this week. Troy Howard in Brinson, Georgia.
Oh man, yeah.
Man, he had been in Washington State and had a load of apples and called us, I think, on about Wednesday and brought us some of these Honey Crisp apples from the state of Florida. Still cold. Man, I'm going to tell you what, some of the best apples I have ever put in my mouth. Troy, we appreciate you thinking about us and bringing those to us. And, man, they have been delicious. I still got a few left, and they are delicious.
Mm-hmm.
We still on?
Yeah.
Hey,
you know what? Let me tell y'all this right here. Me and my wife went over to Dothan today, and we stopped at this red light, and we were stopped at this red light, and this convertible pulled up, and there was a grown woman driving, and an older child, and a little child in the back. And I looked, and I didn't pay no attention. But then I looked back again. It was a convertible. And this woman sitting there driving, I don't know, she looked maybe be about 30, something like that. Blue hair. Explain to me. I said, explain to me why you need blue hair. She couldn't explain it.
Well, we were getting out, and my wife and them were going in Ulta Beauty today, and there was a lady probably in her 70s, had pink hair.
Come on.
Explain that, Floyd.
Hey man, it's just a personal thing. They making a statement. They're making a statement, and their statement is, hey, I'm gonna have pink hair, I'm gonna have green hair or blue hair, whether you like it or not. It's kind of like we are, We kind of tell it like it is, and if anybody don't like it, that ain't my problem. That's their problem. That's the way they are with the hair. I like my hair. If you don't like it, that ain't my problem. That's your problem. I don't care what kind of hair they have. I can't figure it out. I don't think I'd look good with green hair. I just don't think I would. I don't know, because I don't look very good no how.
I ought not to say nothing about them. They is got hair. That's something I ain't got.
Yeah,
I ain't got no hair.
Yeah, let them alone.
Yeah. Whatever floats your boat.
Boys, we need to pay a few bills right now. Let's pay homage to one of our sponsors here. Carlton Buddy Chambers. All your vehicle needs, you go see him at Franklin Spring Creek Ford. Give him a call at 229-254-3109. He is in the Automobile Salesman's Hall of Fame. Buddy Chambers, Carlton, Buddy C. Chambers. Go see Buddy C at Franklin Spring Creek Ford in Colquitt, Georgia. Guys, y'all want to add something about Uncle Buddy?
Yeah, man. Tell him that they want that dirt road sports deal. They want that deal they gonna get that he's gonna give them for hearing about him on us. You know, we got that special deal going on. Walk in the door and tell him, say, look at him. Them sports told us to come on down here. You're gonna look at me, and he's gonna give you a deal like you ain't never been give before. Whatever he tells you, you can put it in the bank. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Best car
You don't need it all wrote down and all that, and bona fide and all that. And when he look you in the eye and tell you something, hold his hand out, grab your hand, it's a done deal,
That's
baby.
it.
That's the way it is. That's old school.
That's it.
That's the way it ought to be. That's old school. You ain't got to go through all this rigmarole stuff with him.
Nope.
We want you to make sure when you go see Carlton Buddy Chambers at Franklin Spring Creek Ford, tell him your good friends, the Dirt Road Sports and Charlie Platt, sent you to buy a vehicle from him. Buddy Chambers, Franklin Spring Creek Ford, 229-254. 3109. We are also appreciate our other sponsor, Circle B Contracting, Mr. Earl Boyette out of Bainbridge, Georgia. He will haul sand and clay, clean sand, masonry sand, screen topsoil, any kind of rock, lime rock, granite, river rock, dolomite lime, crushed concrete, crushed asphalt, building pads, erosion coat. He's got a special going on right now, filling in swimming pools. If you want to get rid of your swimming pool, call Mr. Earl Boyette. He'll clear up to 1 acre of land, do residential and commercial debris removal, pond building. I'm telling you, he is in everything. You see all of the pictures of the equipment that he's got. Mr. Earl Boyette. Floyd, tell him a little more about Mr. Earl.
He's an honest man. I've been knowing Earl for a long time. Do a lot of business with Earl on auctions. Earl buys a lot of equipment on these auctions. He sells a lot of equipment. He trades equipment and buys equipment, sells equipment. If he sells something, it's good. If he sells something, if he's got something in a sale, in an auction, he's gonna tell you what it is. He's gonna tell you if there's anything wrong with it, and he's gonna tell you how good it is. And if you need the equipment hauled, if you need a bulldozer hauled or an excavator hauled, if you need a tractor, big old tractor haul to move somewhere, call Earl. He's got the drop decks to do it with. He's got the triaxles, drop decks, got low boys, flatbed. He can get your equipment moved for you and do it right and do it on time. That's the main thing. He ain't scared. You call him and he'll say, I'll be there. He said, give me an hour and a half and I'll be there. He'll be there with, if you need him, 3 trucks to haul equipment with. He's
Circle B Contract.
He's first class. Everything he does is first class. And we're proud he's our friend. I can tell you that.
That's right. Hey, boys, I saw this week. I want y'all to know that Reverend Johnson has now traded in his 72 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. I guess he has sold his mobile mansion, and he and Miss Pinky Lou are on the road full time. I want y'all to look at his brand new traveling vehicle.
Oh, man, look at him. That's one of them new model. That is a Caddy Stream.
Yep, that's right.
A Caddy Stream. That's halfway twixt a Cadillac and an Airstream camper. That's a Caddy Stream. That is the top of the line. Only the elite have that. No normal preacher could have something like that. That's only the elite. That gives you and Reverend Bark. Yeah, that give Marvin and Bark something to shoot for right there. Can you imagine if you and him had one of them like that? And you see, if you look in the back there, there's a trailer hook behind it. That's a long old trailer. That's where he carries tent for his tent revival.
Yeah, that's right.
See, see, Marvin, it gives you the mark to shoot for.
I'm trying. I know.
A Caddy Stream, man.
Right there.
That's it. You can't get no better than that.
Yep.
You can't.
Did have a text here from one of our listeners, Jarrett Mock, asked us to please pray for Dr. Mac Rainey. He was a professor at ABAC when he was there, and he has cancer, been diagnosed with cancer and undergoing treatment. Asking everybody to please pray for him. So, all right. Again, guys, we want to thank y'all for inviting us into your homes this week. We hope y'all are enjoying the show thus far. And we want to say a big appreciation to all of our sponsors. Got a few more that'll be coming up a little bit later on in the show. But we trust that everything is well in your lives. Floyd, Queasel, what's been going on with y'all this week?
Man, they added him a governor again. They added him this time because he has signed in voter what do they call it? Voter suppression law. All he has done is put something in there that says you got to be who you say you are before you gonna vote in Georgia. And we have to do that anyway. I thought you had to do that everywhere.
Oh, no, man. No. You can't. It's discriminatory. You can't ask nobody stuff like that. No. You can't ask. Yes, personal. No. That's suppression. Voter suppression. If you ask them and say, hey, how many times have you voted? No, can't do that.
Yeah. Somebody had posted today on there about how that there's a whole lot of states with way more restrictive than Georgia. Matter of fact, our president's home state, you can only vote absentee if you've got a legitimate excuse to do it. You can't just vote absentee because you want to.
Oh, yeah, but he's going
to Delaware's got 2 senators. Don't y'all understand? Listen to me. Delaware's got 2 senators. Georgia's got 2 senators. Delaware is about the size and the population of Jackson County, Florida. So that's about it. Right. About on that same deal with Jackson County, Florida, and they got 2 United States senators, and that idiot was one of them. He's advanced now. He done stepped up. Obama's done promoted him, and George Soros done got him up there where he's at now. So ain't we spotted? Ain't we got something going on, man? I'm telling you, we spotted.
They need to leave my governor alone now. I don't like folks picking on folks from Georgia.
They gonna look here. They after the baseball players association don't want to have the All-Star game up at the ball field in Atlanta on account of it.
One Hollywood producer said he wasn't gonna produce any more movies in Georgia. And you know what I said? Good.
Well, you know what?
Stay in California.
Yeah, they got movie producing screens out there and buildings out there in California. Matter of fact, that's what Hollywood was for. Listen, if you don't like the way we do things in Georgia, always remember Delta's ready when you are. All you got to do is climb up and get on. It'll take you wherever you want to go. We was doing fine before you got here. We'll be doing fine when you leave. So, I mean, if you don't like the way we do things in Georgia, bye-bye.
All right.
Get gone.
We got a caller on the line. We are joined by none other than the Reverend Kent Barwick for this week's fishing report. Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show, Reverend Kent Barwick fishing report. Reverend Barwick, how are you?
I am doing fine. Stepping into lava, man. Y'all hot tonight. Y'all are hot.
Oh, mercy. How was the fishing this week?
Fishing was good. I got a chance to go today with a very trusted guide, Deacon Holt, and we found a good mess of shell cracker and one great big old catfish. Seems every time I go fishing, I can find a big old catfish.
Yeah, I see that.
That's that same catfish
up there. Is this the? All right. We're trying to say that this is the same catfish that has been used in several photographs. Was this caught today?
This was caught today. It was not my 32-pounder. This was a 7.9 catfish caught on 6-pound test with a good old red wiggler fishing about 3 feet deep. I mean, he put up a fight too.
How long was it?
Why? Why is there so sudden?
You guys
just look at that picture now. Y'all look at that picture with them fish up underneath that fish on the top. Show that picture again with the fish up underneath. And then I'm gonna look at that. Now all of a sudden we got the big catfish on top. Photoshopped.
Yeah. No.
Photoshopped.
No, I wanted to show them crackers. By that I mean the fish, shell crackers. And then I throw that old catfish on top of it. I tell you what, next week I'm just going to have
that's the fish right there. Now. That's the fish there.
Well, you know, I ain't gonna say nothing about it because you went and I didn't, and I admire you for that. So I'm gonna take you at your word because I don't.
Well, I appreciate it.
I'm just gonna say that because I didn't go today and you did. I should have, but I didn't.
Well, the moon is looking good. I can tell you that.
Guys, this is the brand new mugs that Reverend Barwick's gonna be selling. It says, "Don't be a hater just because you can't catch fish like Reverend Barwick." You're gonna have those for sale at the Crawford Baptist Church.
It was a beautiful day. The wind was a little rough today, but the temperature got on up. The water temperatures in the mid 60s. Things are fixing to take off on the water if they have not already done so.
That's right. Well, I'm
I
glad
think
you had
so.
a week. I'm glad you caught some fish, and hopefully this week got Easter coming up. Hopefully maybe next week you get a little bit of fishing in. Got some bad weather coming in tomorrow, perhaps, but hopefully be where you can catch some next week, right?
I was looking at a church locally tomorrow. I don't know if that's still going on.
No, that's not going to be going on. It had to be canceled. I'll
I'm sorry.
give a little more details on that.
Hey,
But anyway, we want to wish you happy fishing this coming up week, and hope you have a good day tomorrow on Palm Sunday in the pulpit.
Hey, I had somebody ask me, "Are you for hire as a guide?"
Who? No. I'd gladly go free. Freely I have received, brother, and freely I'm going to give.
Getting spiritual on us now, ain't it, Flo?
Regulate my mind, Lord. Regulate my mind.
Now they didn't say they was gonna hire you. They just asked that question. I don't.
If
They
I
don't know
was
they
for
was
hire.
bragging on you. Yeah, they just want to know was
Well,
you
I
for
tell you
hire.
what. No, sir, I'm not. I'm straight up amateur. Nothing professional about me whatsoever. I just go to have fun.
Well,
That's
now
it.
I also heard that you and Marvin was gonna team up in the tournament fishing, and y'all was gonna be partners. Any truth to that?
Yes, having a little issue finding a personal flotation device for somebody in the boat. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, geez.
Appreciate you joining us on the weekly fishing report. Have a blessed week.
So, hey,
Boy, you
somebody
got cut off.
Google,
You got cut
somebody
off in a
Google
hurry.
personal flotation device for big people.
Right after we Google,
I'll see.
hey, we'll do that right after we Google adjudicated. Have a good one.
Easy.
Yeah.
Good night. Good night. Bye-bye.
Not Reverend. Not Reverend. Boy, he's a honey, ain't he?
Ain't he a honey?
He's a honey.
He's a honey.
Deacon Holt.
Yeah.
And boy, now that is stepping it up there. When you use him as a reference, I don't know.
He
that
uses
ain't,
him
that
every
ain't,
week.
That's
He
what I'm
uses
talking
Deacon
about.
Holt as a for instance every week.
Yeah.
As well as a matter of fact, Deacon Holt and I.
Deacon Hope.
Oh,
We gotta
well.
find-
boys, let's talk a little bit right here about this guy right here, Marion Cobb, MC Construction LLC. His motto: why call the rest? Just call the best. Specializing in all your construction needs. He has over 30 years of experience. He is fully insured. He is bonded. He is bona fide, pasteurized, and homogenized. And he will do any kind of building from small jobs to big jobs, doing roofs, pole barns, whatever you need. Call Marion Cobb, MC Construction LLC. His number right there on the screen, 229-400-2575. I promise you, he will give you a great job. He will give you good service, and he'll treat you fair and treat you right. Floyd?
Man,
Oh,
you
yeah, I've
better
been
know.
knowing Mary a long time. Yeah, Mary done a little work on my house here. There was a tree. My neighbor's tree accidentally fell across my little office here that I'm in now. It accidentally fell across it there, and he called Mayor, and my neighbor did call Mayor and had Mayor over here. Mayor done it just exactly like it ought to be done. He fixed old Floyd up and done it right. So I got a testimony on Mary.
I like the way he said it, man. He's saving you time and money already. Don't waste your time calling the rest of them. Just go on and call the best and get it over with. Why go in second class if you could go first class? You know, that's the way it looks to me like. He'll go. I've been knowing him. I've been knowing him my whole life. We grew up we just about the same age. We grew up together. Mayor is whatever he tells you, he's a good guy. He works. He's hard. He's honest. I like him. He's a good guy, and he'll do you a good job, and he will work with you to get it exactly like you want it or as close to it as he can. We are very honored and proud to have him as a sponsor for our little show that we do.
Contact Marion Cobb, MC Construction LLC. Here's another one, Berry Hill Auctioneers. Look at old TC Berry Hill right there, Floyd. Is that an up-to-date picture?
Yeah, man, that was recent. That was about 3 weeks ago. See, I see him over here on the left too with his Garth Brooks microphone on. See him down there in the left corner? That's him got his Garth Brooks microphone on, and that's him up there, man. He's done a good deal there. Stuff somewhere. I ain't got no idea where we are. We selling stuff somewhere.
Can he sing like Garth Brooks, Floyd?
No, he can't sing. No. He can sing. He still can't have a good time. I've been off with him before, and you can have a good time with him. I was with him in Saudi Arabia. We were over there working in Saudi Arabia, and TC he had got to the point. Him and Tony Tab, they had buddied up. You know, Tony from Carver. I got Tony hired on over there in Saudi Arabia up and do auctions, and him and Tony had got they had started paying more attention to playing softball than they were into setting up these auction sales and everything and getting equipment into sale. And TC's stepfather, Mr. Jim Parks, who's one of the smartest men I ever met in my life, he didn't like softball, and he used a few words to explain to TC and Tony Tab. He did not like softball, and they understood it. I mean, it wasn't a long spiel that he had to go into, you know, to tell them about how he detested softball. In fact, it was 2 words that he said. And the first word was blank, and the second word was softball. I mean, he didn't, you know, listen, that's one thing. All these politicians and all these folks that get on TV, they go to this long monologue about, oh, well, Mr. Jim Parks, he nipped it in the bud.
25.
He nipped it.
You know what?
Everybody knew what he's talking about. And the TC and Tony's mistake was we were all having a meeting. All of the group, all of the team, the auction team, was having a meeting to discuss how we were going to market this equipment and who was interested in what. And the sale was going to last 5 days, you understand. So we were trying to get us a plan together. But Tony and TC decided they had to go play softball. He ended his softball career right there on the spot. If you don't believe
that was it, huh?
Tony Tab, next time you see him, ask him if Jim Parks likes softball.
Well, we appreciate TC Bear Hill and Bear Hill Auctions, our great sponsor here
We
on
love
the Charlie
it,
Sports Show.
You know,
TC
boys, I tell you what, we take life for granted. You know, we don't never realize how good we got it. I'm gonna tell y'all, give y'all a little bit of little wisdom right here. You don't never realize what you have till it's gone. You know that? You never really realize what you got to own. And I'll tell you a perfect example of that, and that's toilet paper.
You're right. Yep.
You don't never realize how important it is till it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't been that awful long ago. We couldn't get none. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't buy no toilet paper nowhere. It's a crazy world that we live in.
It's luxury. That's a luxury.
All right, Floyd, it's about 10 till, so it's time for the Floyd B. Lloyd's short list and short books. Floyd B. Lloyd, short books.
Lord, short list. Hey, Lord. I got some for y'all tonight. I might as well go for the jugular vein to start with. Let's see how long we last here on this one. Short list. Pentecostal preachers that have an autographed Liberace album. Here's what Baptist, Methodist, Free Will Baptist, and Presbyterian women who get up on Sunday morning and say, honey, I think I'd rather cook dinner today than to go eat out. Oh, okay. We good. Here we go. Jehovah's Witnesses that volunteer at the blood bank. Catholic songs that feature an electric guitar solo. Primitive Baptist songs that feature an electric guitar solo. Pentecostal songs that don't feature an electric guitar solo. false fingernails and false eyelashes that actually make your butt look smaller.
Oh.
It was Pentecostal women that have a cornrow hairdo. A Geico commercial that actually makes you want to buy Geico insurance. People that live in San Francisco, California, that I want to move to Cogwood, Georgia. Radicals, anarchists, Islamic terrorists, and Democrat criminals that the FBI actually try to apprehend. Left-wing establishment media that tell the truth. Pentecostal preachers that wear flip-flops. NBA players and rappers that the Kardashian women have not dated. That's it for Floyd Short list for tonight. I went live on tonight.
Oh.
I didn't get to hear about half of them. I lost. I had to go out.
Oh, you lost your deal there?
Marvin cut me off, I reckon.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. You
froze one of all these Pentecostal preachers that have an autographed Liberace album.
I don't know any that have an autographed Liberace album. Do you?
I do not.
I don't.
I never have had a Liberace autographed album. I never had a Liberace album, period.
Did you ever go see him in concert?
I never saw Liberace. I had no interest in him. I had no interest in him. I was scared of him. I was scared of him and Rock Hudson, both of them. You know, they're the only two of the older generation that actually admitted to playing the cornhole game. What do you think, Mark? Liberace and Rock Hudson.
No comment.
You ain't right.
Yeah,
you ain't right.
They loved it. Liberace and Rock played the cornhole game all the time. Had a lot of fun, I reckon.
I reckon maybe they had been to Rhythm Roosters.
They might have been to Rhythm Roosters, yeah. Oh, me. Rhythm Roosters might have been to their place. I hate with Miss Charlie tonight. I hate he couldn't get hooked on with us there.
Yeah, I missed him tonight.
You reckon it's a kind of internet problem or something there, Marvin?
It seems like something's slow tonight. Like you've got some delay every now and then, like your internet's slow, and then Queasel, I don't know if that's what happened. I don't know. Troy Howard wants to know: did Floyd go to auctioneer school? Yes, he did. He went to
High Point, North Carolina.
Man, Floyd is the dean of auctioneer school.
Yeah, that was a good one. So,
he can do it.
I had a little sweet potato patch and drove me some sweet potatoes to have enough money to go to auctioneer school. So, peddled them out, sold them. 1982. Hard times.
You know, I've always felt sorry when we go somewhere and the Dirt Road Sports go and do an auction, and they was folks out there bidding with the two of y'all up there auctioning out. I have felt sorry for them people out there trying to think they're gonna come out on top. They can't do it. They ain't no way to come up against the two of y'all. I'll have to say that now.
We be thinking all the time, me and Marvin. Y'all been watching any of that bad Jackson automobile auction? Been on TV for last. Been on TV since Wednesday out there in Scottsdale, Arizona. I bet they ain't sold 10 cars out there that didn't bring over $100,000. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life. Rich people are out there buying cars. And let me tell you something about rich people. Rich people know what's coming down the pipe before poor folks like me know what's coming down the pipe. Rich people have figured out that your money ain't going to be no good here pretty shortly. That you're going to need something tangible rather than your money. Your money ain't going to be able to buy nothing. But them folks are spending money on them cars. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Cars that were selling last year for $50,000, 57 Chevrolet bringing $50,000 now brings $150,000.
Wow.
It's
I'm telling you,
$500. It's $500 just to get a bidder number.
oh yeah, oh man, money is
You mean
irrelevant.
you got to pay that just to bid?
Just
Yes,
to
and
get in the door.
yeah,
That
to
takes
get down on the
that
floor to bid, just to bid, and it costs like 50 or 100 just to get in the door. But to get a bidder's number and get down to where you can actually bid on a car once you've been pre-qualified is $500 just a fee.
Yeah, and you
that
got to
take
be
me out of that ball
qualified. You
game
got to
right
have
then.
a financial statement. You got to have a financial statement that says something.
I got one and it says something, but it ain't gonna say what they want to hear.
You don't say what needs to get in there to Barry Jackson.
Yeah,
But
it's
I've
gonna say
enjoyed
put
watching.
this
They
fella in the
got one
parking
clown
lot.
on there. They got one clown on there, Marvin. A ring man, and you know a ring man that is one of the most aggravating human beings on the planet. Is a ring man at an auction, all in folks' face and all that kind of stuff. He has got a green towel that he waves and a blooming whistle that he blows. And he's always about 2 licks behind. You've seen people like that at a sale, ain't you, Marvin? He's always about 2 licks behind. He thinks he's in when he's out. He thinks he's out when he's in. The auctioneer, because they got some good auctioneers. I know what the auctioneer does. The auctioneer just ignores him. I mean, that's the best thing you can do when you got a clown like that working. And why in the world? He must have something on Keith Jackson. I don't know, for him to be able to work it. But me and him would not G and haw. I'm telling you, uptown. Me and him and Gerald Mason and Donnie Dean, we would not G and haw. That would not work. Yeah. But he's TC might would put up with it for a little while, but he'd pretty much get enough of it pretty soon. Troy TC Howard is more lenient than I am.
Oh yeah, Troy Howard said they had a Gen 1 Corvette convertible sold today for $400,000.
What I'm talking about. You saw it, didn't you, Troy? Let me tell you something. Something's happening. Something's fixing to take place. And boys are spending that money on them tangible items, something they can put their hand on, something that brings them happiness. They are letting their money bring them happiness. They're not putting it in the stock market and wake up every morning and wonder if they broke or not.
That's right.
Because it's coming, and they see it. And I'm looking at it. I ain't got no money to put in no stock market, and I ain't got no money to put in a $150,000 automobile. But I'm observing. I'm reflecting, if you will, revelating.
Mm-hmm. All right, Floyd, we're getting down close. We got about 2 minutes left, if you will. Let's
take us out of here. God bless y'all, man. We love y'all. We love y'all so much. We have such a good time out here doing this. And listen, there ain't no way you can script what we do. Folks tried to script us one time, and it did not work out. It will not work out. We are unscriptable. So we don't know. I ain't talked to Queasel. I ain't talked to Marvin. I ain't talked to Charlie. I ain't talked to nobody about what we're gonna talk about tonight, other than these advertisements that we put together. But we love being in y'all's house. It is. We are who we are. It is what it is, and we just telling y'all the truth. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Tell y'all the truth. Pray for y'all. Y'all pray for us, and we'll pray for y'all. How about that? Go ahead, Queasel.
Well, just got. I want to thank everybody for letting us come in with this hour with y'all. Wish we could do more, but an hour's all we got. Thank y'all for sharing your valuable time with us, and just hope that everybody has making plans to get up in the morning to go to church. We're getting ready to start the Holy Week, getting ready to start preparation for Easter, and I'm sure Marvin's got a little something he's gonna tell us about that. But hey, you just need to remember, Easter is what it's all about, because without Easter, we wouldn't have a chance. We wouldn't have a chance in this world. They thought the ground could hold him, but a grave couldn't keep him down. And we need to realize that coming up. And with that said, I want to leave you with these words of wisdom tonight. They're not from me, not smart enough to come up with something like this. They are from Brother Andy Stanley's granddaddy. Now, Charles Stanley is Andy Stanley's daddy, and this is his Andy's granddaddy, who would be Charles's daddy. This was his saying, and this is what he left to them to build on and to go with. He said that if God tells you to run your head through a brick wall, you take off running, and you trust God to put the hole in it. Go with it. Marvin.
All righty. Thank y'all again for joining us tonight. We want to say thank you to our sponsors, Carlton Buddy Chambers, Franklin Spring Creek Ford, all your vehicle needs. The good folks at Circle B Contracting, Mr. Earl Boyette, MC Construction LLC, Marion Cobb, give him a call for all of your building needs, and TC Berryhill at Berryhill Auctioneers for sponsoring the Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show this week. Also want to say a big thank you to Rhythm Roosters, Rib Refreshments, Pedicures, Glamour Photography, and Cornhole Tournaments located in Weiner, Arkansas, where we were live on the big screen tonight. Tomorrow is Palm Sunday. I encourage you to get up out of the bed, go to church, turn the TV on, and give the Lord his due if you're not able to go to church. Do have a quick announcement for you. Flat Creek Baptist Church had scheduled an egg drop tomorrow evening for all the children, and due to severe weather and the rain threat, that has been postponed till Friday evening at 6:30. Check out Facebook for more information on that. Our scripture of the week says, repent then and turn to God so that your sins may be wiped out, that times of refreshing may come from the Lord. We love all of y'all. We appreciate you inviting us into your home this week. We hope you have a great week. We hope you have a positive week, and we look forward to seeing you again next Saturday night, same time, same place. It's been a great show for the Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports Show. God bless you. We love y'all.
Bye.